What's up, you guys? Hope all of you guys are doing well. Just a quick review video. Yeah, I finally got it all working on my end. So, if you guys have any questions, be sure to email me. Check your email often. Check Canvas often. It's a rough time right now, so let's get through it together. All right. So, review of factoring. First off, always, you guys, whenever you ask for a factoring problem, like factor the following, factor completely, always look for the greatest common factor first. So what that means is, like, if you have 4x cubed plus 7x squared plus 2x, you look for each term and what can you divide out of every single term, which in this case you could take out an x. That will always guarantee you break it apart as much as possible. Now, there are two ways we discussed when the leading coefficient is 1 and when the leading coefficient is not 1. When the leading coefficient is 1, what method do we use? We use the x box. And now if the leading coefficient is not 1, we use the umbrella method. Now, it really just depends. Make sure your guys' formulas or your equations are always set up in standard form where the highest exponent is first. We're going to do quite a bit of practice problems. Right now, it's drill and kill, you guys. We're going to set everything up so that way we can get into the quadratic formula for next chapter. But you got to know how to do this first. Now, when it comes down to either X box or the umbrella method, the most challenging part is finding your two numbers, which in this case, if let's just say we put this number right here and a number right here, what we do is we always add to the top and multiply to the bottom. Once we figure out those two numbers, we put those two numbers here and here. Now, it depends on whether you're doing X box or umbrella method, but once you break it down as much as you can, you'll have one answer be X plus this number. We'll say this number right here, and the other one will be X plus whatever that number is. Really just depends. So practice, you guys. It's all I can stress on right now. So we're gonna go through a few problems together just so we can do that. I'm gonna show the video. I'm gonna give it a second before I start, so that way you guys can pause and practice it on your own. Okay. So some practice problems. Factor the following completely. First, don't every single time. GCF, yay or nay? In this case, GCF, we can find a few things. We have, looks like we have an x cubed out of both of them. So if we take out an x cubed, take out an x cubed, that would leave us with, take out the x cubed, we would have 2 minus 6x, and we can keep on going. So what else can we take out? What's common between both of these? There is a 2 here, and there's 6x, 2, 6. Looks like we can factor out a 2, so let's divide out a 2. Now be careful right here, you guys. This is where I saw a lot of errors on the quiz. Make sure when you divide out, you divide. So we've taken out 2x cubed. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. What's 6 divided by 2? 3x. And there you go. Okay, GCF one, we can't do anything with that other piece, so we're stuck on that. Factor completely, we did. Okay, factor the following polynomial. So, looking at it, first, GCF. Is there anything we can take out of every single piece? No, there is not. So, with the GCF does not work right here. Okay, so that means we have to go to. Now, what is my leading coefficient? This is set up in standard form. What's my coefficient right there? I circled nothing, which means my leading coefficient is 1. Leading coefficient is 1 means we use the x box. Now, what adds to the middle number and what multiplies to the bottom number? 4 and 1, which means my solution would be x plus 4, x plus 1. And nothing else to do for that. It is factored completely. We are good. Okay. Now, for this one. First, again, every single time. Some of you guys might look at this and go, oh, umbrella method right away. Be careful. If you do the umbrella method, you will get it incorrect because there is a GCF here. What can we take out of every single piece? Let's see, out of here, out of here, out of here. Well, there's no x's we can take out, so we can't do that. What's a common term multiple between 5, 40, 45? We could take out a 5. Divide out of 5, divide out of 5, divide out of 5. Okay? Now, whatever we divide out, we immediately put, I don't know why I wrote 15. We put right in the front, so we're going to divide out of 5. So that would be x squared minus 8x minus 9. Sorry, I spaced out for a second. Okay. Now, we took out a 5. Cool. That means this right here, we can use Xbox. Okay, so let's do Xbox, -8. What adds to this? What multiplies to -9? -9 and +1. Okay, so my solution, x minus 9, x plus 1. Am I done? No, because my answer, I took out a 5 right at the start, which means I need the 5 right there. Because we took that out at the start, we just ignored it for the second just to make life a little bit easier for us. Okay. Now, for this one, first, what's the first step we always have to do on every single question? GCF. Is there GCF here? No X's. Let's see. No, between that, no X's and everything. 1, 9, and 20. Nope, that's a 1, so we're good. Okay, now let's look right there. Leading coefficient is 1, which means Xbox. Okay, what adds to 9 multiplies to 20. 4 and 5, which means x plus 4, x plus 5. Boom. He's got this. All right. Those are so practice, you guys. Now, okay. Now, on this one, would this be, so first step, GCF. GCF. Okay. What's common between all of these? X and x. So we can take out an x. If we take out an x, we're left with 3x plus 7. All right, 3x plus 7. So with that being said, this right here is not a quadratic, which means we cannot use Xbox or anything else. Therefore, we are done. So don't feel like you have to do Xbox in every single one. You guys have to sit back and look on it. Like right at the start, it was a quadratic, but we were able to take out an x, which makes it linear. Like there's no x squared in the parentheses, so we're good. Okay, all right. Now let's spice it up a little bit. Okay, first, what's the first thing we always have to do on every single problem? GCF. Okay, let's see. 10x squared, 17. X and 6. Okay. No x's, 10, 17, and 6. There are no common multiples, which means we cannot do anything like that. Okay, so drop my x. All right, so GCF does not work. Let's do pink. GCF does not work. All right, with that being said, okay, so is this going to be umbrella or the Xbox? Umbrella method, because my leading coefficient is not 1. So umbrella method. Do this, draw my x, bring down the middle number, what adds to 17, multiplies to 60. All right, so when you guys get this, you got to really sit back and trial and error on this. You guys have a lot of time to practice on these, so trial and error. What adds to 17 multiplies to 60? 12 and 5. Okay, now here's the part where you guys got to be careful. Because our leading coefficient is not 1, we have to put it underneath both of our numbers and then simplify. 5 over 10 simplifies down to 1/2. 12 over 10 simplifies down to 6 over 5. And remember, bottoms up, which means these two numbers, oh, that's cool. Those two numbers right there are going to be your coefficients. So one answer is going to be 5x plus 6 and times 2x plus 1. Bottoms up. And there you go. You guys did pretty good on the quizzes and stuff like that. But, it always takes practice on this because even I still mess up, and I've been doing this for God knows how long. Okay, moving on. Now, for this one, still, same thing. Does GCF work on this? No, it does not, because there's no x's, there's no common factors between 3, 2, and 8, or common multiples, excuse me. Okay, so umbrella method it up. So multiply those two together, bring this down, do 2. What adds to 2 multiplies to -24. Okay, so this would be 6 and -4. Okay, now same thing. Because we did umbrella method, we must put the 3 underneath both of these. Okay? Negative 4 over 3 does not simplify. 6 over 3 does simplify, which means this is 2 over 1, which makes this, okay, bottoms up, which makes this x plus 2, and this 3x minus 4. Done and done. Okay, now remember, you guys can always multiply these two together, your answers together, to see if you get the original. If you get the original, you're in a good spot. All right, I want you guys to try this one on your own. Okay, all right, try it on your own, and here's what you should have. 2n minus 5. Actually, you know what? We'll do this. Okay, multiply those together. Bring that down. 5, what adds to 5, multiplies to negative 50. 10 and negative 5. Over 2, over 2. This would be 5 and 1. And this would be, that's nothing. So my answer, x plus 5 for this part. And for the other part, 2x minus 5. Boom, bam, baby. Okay. All right. So practice those, you guys. This is going to be a big drill and kill exam. And there's going to be a couple application problems. Hey, speaking of which, here's what we're getting into. Okay. So, okay. What are the dimensions of the rectangle given the area? Now, recall, like, in terms of real life applications, you guys will use area and perimeter more than anything in your lives, because you guys are all going to eventually have a house or apartment or someplace, and you're going to need measurements of some sort. So, don't forget, area equals length times width, which, since we're given a polynomial, since we're given this, let's do this. Okay, so this is my area right here. Area is equal to this is going to be my length, and this is going to be my width. Oh, hey, look at that. We take a polynomial and we break it up into two pieces. That is the definition of factor. So to get from here to here, we are going to factor. Okay, all right, so let's see. My leading coefficient is, let's see, first, GCF. GCF, does it work or does it not work? No, it does not. No x's, no common multiple between 1, 11, and 28. And honestly, if you guys ever have, oh, I'm not even gonna say, nope, never mind. Okay, so let's Xbox it up. Dun, dun. What adds to 11 multiplies to 28. 7 and 4. Okay, so that means x plus 7 is one of my answers, and x plus 4 is another one of my answers. Well, hey, look, those are my dimensions because that matches this up perfectly. So my possible dimensions are x plus 7 and x plus 4. Okay, now the other part of the application problem is what is the perimeter of the given rectangle if the area is known? Well, how do we find perimeter again? Like, what does it mean to find perimeter? The perimeter is adding up all the sides. So we'll add up this side, this side, this side, and this side. Okay, well, if you guys notice, this is the same problem as the previous one. So we already know that, oh man, this is x plus 7 or x plus 4, and this is x plus 4. Really depends on which one you guys do. Okay, so now the thing is with a rectangle, opposite sides are the exact same. So if this side is x plus 7, then this side is x plus 7. And if this side is x plus 4, then this side is x plus 4. And if you guys did it in the other direction where this right here was x plus 7 and this right here was x plus 4, you would still get the exact same thing. So that's why it's a rectangle. When you guys get to geometry, you guys will be working with a little bit more challenging stuff. But gotta crawl before you walk, right? Yeah. Okay, so now definition of perimeter was add up all the sides. Oh, hey, look, we have all the sides. So let's add them all up. X plus 7 plus X plus 4 plus X plus 7 plus X plus 4. Okay, and then you have X plus... Oh, okay, X plus 7 plus X plus 4 plus X plus 7 plus X plus 4. All right, woot. Now, let's do this. Combine all our terms. Okay, so that would be 1122. And then combining all these like terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. X plus X plus X plus X is 4X. Now, just as a quick heads up, be careful, it is not X to the fourth. X to the fourth means X times X times X times X. But notice we are adding all the X's together. We had this. These two are very different, so be very careful on that. Okay, guys, so rewind as much as you need to. Let this be your guide, at least on that. I'll be posting your review assignment tomorrow, and then you guys will have from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday to finish up your exam. All right, I hope you guys all the best. Stay safe out there, hang out with family, and get to work. All right, take it easy, you guys.